Number 204 from the Imprint series is Little Buddha, released in 1993, directed by Bernando Bertolucci. This was a movie that I had seen before, but I had almost no memory of it. In fact, it was a movie that I wasn't really looking forward to diving into. There was just something about it that just didn't spark any curiosity. In fact, quite the opposite. It was a chore to stick it on. And sometimes perception and expectations can be something that's rather daunting for a film. Because I found myself to really enjoy this one once I allowed myself to settle into it. The story here is all about the death of the Lama Dorje, a Tibetan monk who has passed away, and then we follow several of his pupils as they search for his reincarnation, pinpointing 3 children, 2 Nepalese and 1 American, that could be the reincarnation of the Lama Dorje. And then they start to court the parents, tell them what they believe, and start to teach them in the teachings of their religion.
Buddha was born 2,500 years ago in a small kingdom in ancient India.
Which doesn't sound super interesting, but I kind of like that fascination story of these parents who were told that their children are different and how they kind of take it. But even more fascinating was that is when we have the monks teaching the kids about their heritage almost, and they tell this in the form of this tale of Siddhartha, and that's when we jump into this fictionalized, overly colorized, fantastical world as we follow this tale, which is just wonderful.
A tree, understanding this great moment, bent slowly down to protect her, offering its branches for her support.
Now, this film has some things that let it down a little bit. Some of the acting just isn't that great. Some of the dialogue is a little bit clunky, but when it comes to the fantasy world, the visual world, the look and style of the film, it's wonderfully immersive, and one of those worlds that just drew me in, that I loved spending time with. In fact, whenever we went back to the 3 kids as they were watching them on their pilgrimage, it was fun, it was interesting, but you knew right around the corner was this colourful, brighter, fantastic world that I just wanted to get back into. And I loved these moments, which are a large part of the film. The story of the parents and their moralistic choice of, we have this child who we're being told is something special. What do we do? Do we encourage it? Do we cut these people off? They start to see little things in their kids that show them that maybe they do seem to have a previous knowledge of certain things. Something that really starts to kind of work on the parents and kind of weird them out a little bit. I like that story in the aspect, and even how it plays out throughout the film to the wonderful finale. But for me, the most interesting, the most captivating part, in fact, one of the parts that really just captivated one of my kids who stumbled across me watching it and sat down and enjoyed it as well, was that bright, colourful tale that we're being told, Siddhartha, and his move from being a prince, a lavish prince, into a lifestyle of enlightenment, searching for enlightenment, with such a wonderfully great, creative, vibrant story that I just found so immersive, so fun, and so wonderful. Little Buddha was a real surprise for me. Like I said, expectations weren't high. I wasn't one that I was super looking forward to, but sitting down, enjoying it, it drew me in more than I expected it to, which was a real surprise. Like I said, some acting problems, some dialogue issues, visually stunning. Curious to know what you think of this film, if you've seen it, or are you going to check it out? I'd love to know your thoughts, so let me know in the comment box below. Let's dive in, have a little look at the extras on this disc. So here we are in the disc for Little Buddha. We're going to go into the special features. First off, you'll see a commentary by filmmaker and film historian Jim Hemphill. Next up, we have The Making of Little Buddha, which runs at 15 minutes 8 seconds. It's an archival piece, as is the interview with producer Jeremy Thomas, which runs at 15 minutes 41. Interview with director Bernando Bertolucci from 1993 runs at 7 minutes 8 seconds, and it kind of, although it does have Bertolucci, it also has Reeves and some other of the cast members as well. It's more of sort of like a making of miniature. We're just interviewing certain cast members. Next up is A Great Adventure, interview with supervising art director Andrew Sanders, and this is the first of the new extras produced for this disc. It is 16 minutes 55 seconds, and although the guy is kind of monotone a little bit, he does have some great information there. Reincarnation of Sound, an interview with supervising sound editor Eddie Joseph, is 22 minutes 11 seconds. It was probably my favourite of the additional extras. I just liked what this guy had to say, the way he delivered his information, and some of the anecdotal stories that he had. Buddhist Lines, an interview with dialogue coach Constantine Gregory, runs at 15 minutes 33 seconds. Going on from there, working together on The Last Emperor, he talks about getting into this job and some of the complications that he had to work with. We also have the theatrical trailer at 1 minute 41, and that's the extras for Little Buddha. So there we have it, Little Buddha. I think it's an interesting film. It's not one that's great, it's really good though, so I would love to know if you're picking this one up or if you've seen it before. Let me know in the comment box below. While you're down there, hit the like button because it really helps these videos. There's more content up here if you want to see more of my stuff, and in the description box below are links to Man v Film, the membership program and the Patreon program. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.